Hi, this is Nancy Canning, and I'm the author of Your Soul's Calling, answering the question, why am I here? And Your Life's Calling, getting unstuck and fulfilling your life lessons. Today, what I want to talk about is why even go into a past life? What's the value of it? Isn't now all that really matters? Yes, now is all there is. This lifetime, this moment is what we each have, and we only have this. And there are influences from the past that sometimes keep us from being and doing all that we want to be and do this lifetime. So one of the reasons that people go into past lives is to shed a light on their life lessons. We tend to repeat our lessons over and over again. As humans, we can be kind of slow learners. I speak for myself on this one. And so we do the same lessons over and over because we get afraid. We bump up against this fear of, oh, if I step out into the world, or if I really tell my truth, if I begin to be all that I can be, something terrible will happen. People won't love me. I'll lose all my money. I'll fail. Something is in our way. And so we back off. We become afraid of being hurt. We become afraid of intimacy and vulnerability and honesty and authenticity. And so we hide behind a mask and we live our lives out. And then at the end of the life, we go, oh no, I meant to be authentic. I meant to really be out there and tell the world who I am, to do work that's of service to people. And I didn't do it. So when we've done that enough lifetimes, something in us in this lifetime is now urging us, forcing us to be out there and be who it is we've come to be. So by going to a past life, we can see decisions we've made, how we've held back, how we've let fear rule us, and also, on the positive note, how we have accomplished in other lifetimes, how we've succeeded, how we've had courage. And so in bringing those memories forward and remembering on a soul level that, yes, that's me. I have been that as well as who I am now. It fills our soul. We can begin to bring those qualities into the now, and we make different decisions. We make decisions based on the knowledge of, I'm not doing it the same way again this lifetime. I'm going through the fear no matter what. I'm taking action. I'm going to do what my heart and my soul keep longing to do. So that's one of the big reasons that people do it, to shed light on life lessons and life purpose that they keep repeating. And I have to say that in so many of the sessions, that's what happens. Because with the work, you go back to a past life having a significant impact on this current life. And it could be regarding your life lessons or purpose. Going into a past life can also shed a light on relationships. I've had many different forms of relationships come through the past lives that were troublesome in other lives, and it explained what's going on now. Like with a mother whose young daughter, very young, 4 or 5 years old, was already rebelling and acting like you can't tell me what to do. And the past life, it made perfect sense of why that was going on this lifetime. I've worked with numerous women who were in love with a man, but he just wasn't showing up. The relationship wasn't going where they wanted it to go. And yet they knew in their heart of hearts who this person really is. They know who he is as a soul. And so the work in doing the past lives was to explain, yes, that's who he is on a soul level, but not who he is on a personality level. They were remembering him from another lifetime when he was this other way that they would hold in their mind, waiting for him to become that this time. That's not happening. That's not who he's showing up to be this lifetime. And so that helped them to release and move on into more fulfilling relationships and getting on with their lives rather than waiting for someone else to change into who they thought he should be. There's another way in which going into past lives can be really beneficial, is it affirms things that you may already know or suspect, such as you can have a great interest in a certain era, a time period of life, of history, and read about it or know lots of details about it. It's really affirming to go back to that era in the past life. It fulfills something within you. And the same way with countries, places in the world that you feel really drawn to, or when you get there, you feel so at home. It's so often because that was a good past life, and there's something from that life that on a soul level you're bringing in or remembering for whatever reason. So it can help to answer questions. It also helps explain little quirks or interests that you've got that you never really understood. And yet once you see in a past life, oh, that explains why I love this part of my life or love this kind of activity. Or on the other hand, it also explains why we dislike certain countries or regions where we won't go visit. There's something in us that says, not safe, I'm never going there. And it's not about the people. It makes no sense actually, but it's a strong feeling within that says, I'm not going there. It's because it was a more difficult past life, bad life. Something from that is like, it was bad enough the first time, why would I ever want to go back there again? So past lives help to explain behaviors of this lifetime with parenting as well. I've worked with parents who were afraid that they were going to die before their children, or their children would die early, or that something would happen to a child, or it's the way they parent, and it's a subconscious fear or a subconscious worry that they have about what might happen, and it feels so real. They're afraid it's like deja vu, that it's about to happen. Whereas going into the past life, they can see, oh, that's what happened in another lifetime. It doesn't have to happen. That's not the story for this time. And it can bring great release and relief on their minds and in their hearts. So these are just a few of the ways that past lives are influencing your current life, and how it can be really helpful to go examine who you've been. In another video, I'll talk about fears, because that's a whole subject upon itself of how we bring fears in from another lifetime. But until then, my name is Nancy Canning. Please visit my website, ncanning.com, and contact me if you're at all interested in doing this kind of work. And there's lots more on my website about past lives. And in my book, Your Soul's Calling, it really talks about how past lives are influencing this life and the in-between life and visiting there. How can we make sense of this lifetime? Because like the way I started this video, this is all there is. So let's do whatever we can to make this great. Thank you very much.